Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros at your service. Today I'll be reading the April 21st Daily Inspirational Message, the condensed version, 2 paragraphs long. Then I'll center myself, say a little prayer, and then make a couple comments on the message, and I trust that it will assist both of us on our journeys. Okay, here we go. The title, The Act, in quotes, of Anger. Paragraph 1. When you react with anger towards others, you are not actually angry at them. You're angry at your perception of them. It is not what they have said or done that is making you angry. It is how you interpret and define what they have said or done that is making you angry. The way to peace is not found out there. It is found within you. Peace comes by changing your perception of them, not by them changing. Love is your true essence and nature. Thus, the only part of you that can react with anger is that part of you that remains asleep to your true essence and nature. Ask yourself, what has the ego's solutions of anger ever offered me? Maybe frustration, anxiousness, resentment, and regret? Are such emotions ever worthy of any of God's creations? Paragraph 2. Today, let us practice using the ego's tool of anger, not as a form of punishment, but as a tool to help us heal. When we learn to use any of the ego's tools, not to keep us attached to its delusional world, but to release us from it, we begin to see and understand how God uses all for good. God has given us free will. Thus, we can experience anger as many times as we need to in order to figure out how truly useless it is. For this freedom, let us offer God our gratitude. Let us also offer our gratitude to all who are a part of the process of helping us awaken from the delusional state of anger. Imagine now, thanks to our life experience and greater self-awareness, being able to thank those the ego once programmed us to curse. Now, who we once blame, we bless. And by doing so, we help heal and awaken this world. Okay, the act of anger. First, let us remember that we are God's creations. God is love and God is all. Therefore, the only truth in us is love. Anger is not a part of our true nature, our true essence and nature. Anger is just a program we've bought into, we've been taught as real. And it's been reinforced so often that we now see it as real. But in reality, it's not real. It's just an idea that we have bought into. But we already know that anger never takes us to the destination that we want to be in, which is the state of peace. And peace is an expression of the love within us. So we're here to be at peace, to offer peace to others, not to offer anger to others. And so whenever we're stuck in the emotion of anger or find ourselves aligned with it, before anything, remember, this is not the truth in me who's thinking this. It is my programmed self. It is the ego's mindset who has temporarily taken control over my mind. And so the ego is thinking for you. And so you're seeing the world through the ego's eyes when you use anger. And so the first thing you want to do is remember, okay, I'm feeling angry right now, but this is not a true part of me. This is simply some way that I've been taught to behave and react to the situation. And so if I've been taught this, if I've been programmed with this, I can also deprogram myself. And you deprogram yourself by remembering that this is not you, this is you. Anger is not you. Peace and forgiveness and compassion, that's truly you. So when anger comes along, you just want to stop that, investing your time, focus, and energy on that anger, and then you want to take a breath and bring yourself back to being who you truly are, the love that you truly are. And by doing so, you begin to practice taking back control over the ego's mindset. Because when the ego's in control of your mind and you're seeing the world through the ego's lens, you're not even living your life. It's the ego who's living your life through you, and you're just a zombie, basically. And that's why you're truly angry. You're truly angry at yourself for allowing the ego to live your life for you. You're not angry at anything out there, because anything out there is simply defined through your mind. And so if your mind is creating your emotion, then the actual change does not reside out there. It resides within you. The actual healing begins within the mind. And when the mind is healed, the world itself is seen through the lens of healing and love and compassion and forgiveness and kindness. And so the world itself is healed. And so today, let us simply recognize that. Okay, if I'm in the anger state, that is not me thinking, that's the ego, that's my programming. Let me realize this, okay? Let me deprogram myself by stopping the time, focus, and energy that I have invested in this anger, and let me bring myself back to love, to my true nature. And by doing so, I start to take back control of my own mind. And when I'm back in control of my own mind, I'm in control of my own life. And so when we do that, we start to feel that, nothing out there can make me angry. Only I can make myself angry in reality. I'm defining my experience. Therefore, if I'm defining my experience, nothing out there can affect me. Because in the end, I define it. And if I'm defining it through the ego's mindset, then it's not really me doing it. It's the ego. It's my programming. So I have to deprogram myself. And then the more you practice deprogramming yourself from anger, whenever you practice recognizing that anger is not truly you, it's not truly what you want, it's not what you're here for. You're here to bring light into the world through peace, through compassion, through understanding. And so the more you practice going from the delusional state to the truth, from the fairy tale to the nonfiction, from fear to love, the more you practice this process, the more you'll see that you belong aligned with love and its expressions, not with anger. And so when we recognize that this shift, it's only helping us practice taking greater control of our own minds and those lives, then we start to become grateful to our interactions, to our situations, to those individuals who the ego would have us condemn and curse and be angry at. Now we start to become grateful to them, because we see that all that they were doing is showing us that the ego in us was in control of our minds through the act of anger. So thank you, individual X or Y, because you were showing me that my ego was in control of my mind, not me, not the truth in me. And because of your presence in my life, I've been able to practice leaving the delusional state and going back to my true essence. And the more that I remained and practiced sharing my true essence, the more that I see that, yes, I belong here. I belong aligned with love, in control of my mind. And when my mind is aligned with love, I see through love's lens, and I see less and less anger. And so thank you for helping me practice that. And so I go from judgment and condemnation, which is the ego's mindset, to appreciation and love and compassion, which is my true self. And so today, let us practice doing that. Simply recognizing when the ego's in control of our mind through the symbol of anger, stopping our investment in that anger, stopping the ego's definition of defining the world for us through its lens, and then coming back to center, coming back to aligning with the love that we are. And by doing so, we take back control. We begin to deprogram ourselves from this delusional mindset, align with the truth in us, and then offer only the truth in us to others. And when we're seeing the world through non-judgment, through compassion, through understanding, then we recognize, yep, the truth in us is in control now. Now we control our thoughts. Now we are defining our experience. Okay, I'm defining my experience now. It's not the ego defining my experience. If I have peace, if I have compassion, if I have kindness and understanding, if I'm seeing through that lens, then the truth in me is in control of my seeing. If I've experienced anger, then that's the ego, it's not me. And all I have to do is shift back, practice shifting back, and then offering my appreciation for those who help me practice this shift. Going from the darkness to the light, going from fear to love, going from anger to peace. Because it's in peace, in the state of peace where we belong. This is what we're here to do. We're here to be the light of the world in our own unique ways. And today, we thank anger and all its participants for helping us recognize that the ego is thinking for us. The ego is temporarily in control of our minds. And thus we were seeing through the ego's lens, but we don't have to do that anymore. Just catch ourselves and then come back. Come back to peace where you belong. Okay, thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you can be so kind as to like, comment, or share this message, it would help with the listening process and might help somebody find this video someday and maybe become a little less angry and take back control of their own thinking from the ego. And if you made it this far, thank you very much. I love you very much. And God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.